Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Arsenal dropped 2 points in the title race. That game against Everton ended 0-0 at the Emirates. Everton defended well. They had a few chances, just maybe 1 or 2 chances on goal, but they defended for the whole 90 minutes to get 1 point. For Arsenal, it's another 2-point drop. This is the back-to-back game. They have dropped 2 points. They dropped 2 points against Fulham in last week. Now they are dropping 2 points again against Everton. So their slim of winning the title is reducing every single weekend, even though in the other game, Liverpool dropped 2 points. So somehow they are still in the title race. But John, if you look at that game now, what happened to Arsenal? Because Arsenal used to blow teams out last season, last 2 seasons they blow teams out, but this season they struggle to score goals. And me personally, I don't like when Partey is not starting the midfield. If you have fit Partey, he should just start.
We've been talking about this Partey situation, because of maybe knocks to the fullbacks. Partey is being played in the right back position, but then that destabilizes the midfield because everything he should bring to the team in that midfield in his native position, every other marker or every other indices for Arsenal takes a nosedive when he's not in that position. Arsenal concede the ball more in the midfield. They don't have that defensive cover over the back center halves. There's no initiative pushing forward because when you have Partey at the back behind you, you are able to go forward. You see Declan Rice running forward more. You see Odegaard playing more freer in that midfield. But when Partey is not in that midfield, everybody is second-guessing the pass. Effortless passes to somebody alongside you up front or moving the ball, defending it. Now you start overthinking your passes. You start overthinking what you want to do in midfield. And that midfield is now destabilized because Partey is not there.
I don't understand why arteta keep tinkering with his formation. I don't know why Partey is fit and he's not starting. Then if you look at the substitution he made in that game, in the 60th minute, you remove Odegaard, you remove Rice, and you introduce Jorginho and Nwaneri. I understand that Nwaneri is a good prospect, but I was thinking if you need a goal, probably remove maybe a Merino and put in Nwaneri so that you can attack more. But he removed Odegaard and that midfield just somehow just collapsed totally. Partey was still on the bench. What do you make of Arteta tinkering his? I don't understand. Last season he had his permanent formation. Maybe after removing Havertz from the midfield, put him in a striking position. Midfield three of Rice, Partey, and Odegaard worked last season. Why is he tinkering with this formation again?
For me, I feel Arteta is the mastermind behind his own downfall in this game.
I think so too. I think so.
Because he's moving pieces on the board, that are not necessary. Why make, something so simple to be more complex than it necessarily needs to be? For me, it doesn't make sense. Keep it simple. There's a saying that goes, keep it dead simple. A before B before C. Simple. So Partey at that midfield, Rice and Odegaard in the midfield. Simple. We have the midfield trio. It's already set up and you have your wingers. So when you keep moving things around, for example now, you are taking off Odegaard and you're bringing on Jorginho. How does that work?
And Nwaneri,
you're also bringing in Nwaneri
and removing Rice.
It doesn't work because Nwaneri alone is let's say Nwaneri should come on for Odegaard, right? Jorginho cannot come on for Rice. You need a Rice to play alongside Nwaneri, and then you need a Jorginho to sit on the bench. If there was any sub that should have been made,
it was
Partey moving back to that midfield. Luis Kelly coming into that right back position, or any other youth prospects coming into that right back position. Partey in that midfield. Then you take maybe Odegaard off and bring on Nwaneri, or take any other person off and bring on Nwaneri, because that's another potential firecracker in the Arsenal side that can create things for the team.
I don't even have a problem of him introducing Nwaneri. It's removing Odegaard in the 60th minute when you need a goal.
Yes.
Removing Rice in the 60th minute when you need a goal. It's not necessary.
For me, those two subs were not right because you weaken the team further by taking Odegaard off, and then you bring a dud into the team. Do you know what a dud is? A dud is a fake phone, right? It can't make phone calls. It just looks like a phone. You can pose with it. We don't need midfielders in that midfield just to pose and make up the numbers. We need people that can stay there and work 90 minutes. And Jorginho cannot do that for me. Jorginho cannot even hold up the ball alongside a Partey. Now, Partey is not even anywhere in the mix. And Jorginho wants to marshal that back. How?
My own is that Partey was on the bench and he introduced Jorginho first. I don't know why he did that. But now, another problem of Arsenal is the striking position.
Yes.
Havertz is not working. Jesus was introduced in that game. It's not working. Both team, Arsenal needs a clinical striker. I will keep saying it. We will keep saying it on this show. Arteta just needs to buy a clinical striker. Havertz is not working. Jesus is not working. Even if you want to introduce Jesus, you probably introduce him as a winger.
Yes.
I think it's even better for me.
Play him on the 11 position, or play him as a sub for whoever is on the right position. Play him anywhere you want. Play him as a right back. Play Jesus as a right back, or play Martinelli as a right back. Play anybody you want to play anywhere, but please not in that striking position, because let's know because you know the problem with this Arsenal side is one good game from Jesus will cover all the 15,000 games that Arsenal have been lacking in that position. Arteta will seize that one good game and say he has a striker. And that is why we are where we are right now in the Premier League. I feel like this is another game that just highlights to Arsenal fans. Let it just be known to everybody that there's a vacuum up front, and that vacuum needs to be filled. Simple.
Okay, now do you not think after drawing 0-0 there, even though Liverpool drew that game too, but do you think that Arsenal still have a chance to win this Premier League?
See, everything is on the table. You know, it's who wants it more and who can focus on their game and put in that performance week in, week out. It's up for grabs. Arsenal are in the race, Liverpool are in the race, Chelsea are in the race, City are in the race as well. So who wants it more and who can just silence out all the noise and get the results? January is fast approaching. You have credible strikers in the Premier League that you can bring in on 40, 30, 50, 80 million pounds, and they can come in and start scoring for you. Let's see those moves happen, because other than that, he's winding up second best yet again, another season, 3 in a row, 8 repeats.
3 in a row. Arteta drew that game. Arsenal drew that game 0-0. Everton actually did well. If you look at Everton side, they defended very, very deep. I think Arsenal had almost 50 touches in the Everton's 18-yard box, but they couldn't score a goal. Small chances everywhere. They didn't have I think it's only 1 or 2 clear-cut chances they have in a whole game, which is unlikely for Arsenal. But Everton defended deep, got 1 point that is very, very crucial for them. They want to stay up on the table. And
knowing them, they will be happy. They will be going on happy. They got a point.
Coming to the mill to get a point. You have to be happy. That game ended 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Arsenal have dropped more points in this title race. They drew against Fulham last week. Now they are drawing again against Everton. If they have won these 2 games, they will have been 1 point behind Liverpool. Even though Liverpool have a game in hand, but it would have been 1 point. For example, if Chelsea wins tomorrow, Chelsea will cover that point or that gap to 1 point, even though Liverpool have a game in hand. So Arsenal is shooting themselves on their own foot. They are shooting themselves on their own foot. Arsenal needs a striker. I don't know why Arteta is tinkering with his own formation. Partey, Odegaard and Rice works for everybody. Everybody can see it. Everybody can actually look at it.
Why sacrifice a 50% impact up front for a 2% increase in
I don't
defense?
understand why he's doing that. But let's see what Arsenal and Arteta is going to be doing in this title race, if they can actually mount that title race till the end of the season.